Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Famicos Foundation's first podcast. We are going to be giving you all the good news of the community and things that you probably didn't know, but that you need to know. So I'm going to start off introducing myself and introducing the rest of the team here today. My name is Erica Burnett. I'm the Director of Community Building Engagement at Famicos Foundation. Shanita?
Good afternoon. Welcome to Famicos' first podcast. My name is Shanita Williams. I am the Program Manager for Famicos Foundation.
What's going on, everyone? My name is Tim Roberts. I work in marketing at Famicos Foundation, and I cannot wait to deliver all this amazing information to you all.
Awesome. So first, we're just going to get into a little bit of the work that we do at Famicos Foundation and our mission and the communities that we serve. Our mission is to improve the quality of life in Greater Cleveland through neighborhood revitalization, affordable housing, and integrated social services. So some of the work that we do is we work with youth. We serve the community by food distributions. We build affordable housing. We also rehab houses to prepare for market rate rentals. We have market rate sales. We have market rate rental properties, and we have affordable housing units for seniors and anyone that is eligible income-wise. So that's some of the services, and Shanita and Tim, if you want to go over some of the services that we have before we get into this next segment.
Absolutely. So Famicos Foundation overall is what I would consider to be just a true community resource, right? So whatever you could think about as a community resource, being able to give out and distribute to the community at large is what Famicos will be able to do. So that's anything from food pantries to movie nights to a bunch of other stuff. We'll get into it later in the show. I don't want to put out any spoilers, but we do a little bit of everything.
Shanita, you want to share anything from the work that you have been doing at Famicos?
So far, I've been with Famicos Foundation for the past 8 months, and we have been involved in several community things that we have did. One of the largest things that I have been involved in personally is the food deliveries for some of the low income to senior citizen buildings and working with the youth. That has been an outstanding change in myself personally, and just seeing how helpful it is and how important it is for the deliveries for the elderly and also for low income families. And during the pandemic, how difficult it was for some of the residents to get food. So to be a part of that has been so inspiring, and I continue to look forward to what else I can continue to do with Famicos Foundation and the community that I can work in.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. So that just speaks to the COVID relief work that Famicos has been doing for the past year. So while a lot of people were at home, Famicos was out in the streets and in the community working the whole pandemic. Mm-hmm. So making sure that people received toiletries, received the food that they needed through our food distributions and home at the door delivery service. Mm-hmm. So that's some of the work we've been doing. And then, not to give a little spoiler, but we also have been working on the vaccinations, and we'll be talking about that a little later. So shout out to the team at Famicos that was not afraid to get out there in the pandemic and do this work, and was the committed team of service, because this is a service oriented organization, and this is what we do, is serve our community.
Absolutely.
So let's get into the good news. So this is our good news segment. Mm-hmm. Our good news segment goes over all the upcoming events in the neighborhood so that you can come out and participate, tell your friends about. We are trying to get back into the groove of life here in our neighborhood, so we want people to get out and start getting together again. So we have a lot of upcoming things that you can do. So we will get right into it. So I'm going to start with some of the Glenville happenings. And before I get into that, let's talk about the neighborhoods that we serve, because I did not mention that. That's so important. So the neighborhoods, we serve 3 neighborhoods. We serve the Glenville, Huff, and the St. Clair Superior neighborhoods on the east side of Cleveland. That is Ward 9, Ward 7, and Ward 10. So if you live in those neighborhoods, that's the neighborhoods we serve. But however, our services reach way beyond those borders the majority of the time. So we pretty much consider ourselves serving the whole entire county and beyond. So we'll get into some good information. Oh, actually, Shanita, you're up.
Yes. So, what Famicos has been doing since the vaccines have started is we have been serving the particular areas that Erica just spoke about. So, I'm sorry, we started this in February to continue to do that. So we have stretched it out even more. We have an outdoor vaccine clinic that's coming up, so kind of like a pop-up clinic. And Case Western Reserve University is part of this, and it starts tomorrow today's Wednesday. So it starts tomorrow, June 17th at 10 a.m. And what is about this vaccine is that the Case will be giving Johnson & Johnson vaccines, as well as what's the other one? Pfizer. Okay, the other one is Pfizer, thank you, which is a 2-part vaccine. And with that, we will be giving out $50 gift cards with Visa gift cards for those who receive the vaccine. If you get Johnson & Johnson, you get the whole $50 first. And then if you get Pfizer, you will get the $50 at the completion of your vaccine series, which is the 2-part. So that is what is going on tomorrow. You can register at by calling 216-791-6476. And you can ask for extension 228. And myself, you would get me, and I will follow up with you if you leave a voicemail message, or I would call. If you get me that day today, between today and before 10 a.m. tomorrow, you will get assigned to register. But you don't have to, but it's better to go ahead and register prior to the event, so you will already be part of the first 100 to get the actual $50 gift card. So you have to be, we only have a limit of 100, so you have to be one of the 100 to be on that list. Okay, I take it over to you, to Tim.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the good news, before we get into that.
Oh, and the good news, and the good news
is that if you're 12 to 18, you also qualify for that $50. So you will have to take the Pfizer vaccine. So that's the good news. Young people are eligible. We're encouraging young people to come out and get vaccinated. So bring your child with you.
And there's one more part of that good news, is that that's $50 per person, and if it's one household, as Erica stated, the 12 and up. So if you have some minors and there's an adult that needs to be vaccinated, you also would be part of that gift card distribution.
See, now sounds like I should have waited to get my vaccine because gas is about to be over $4 now.
Absolutely.
You know, a $50 Visa gift card could have done me great justice, but
I know I should have waited too.
It's all good. So make sure you all go out to the outdoor vaccination clinic tomorrow and go ahead and get that vaccine. Be a part of that first 100, because I promise you don't want to miss out on that free $50. That's $50 to do something that's going to be able to go a long way for you and your family. So make sure you take advantage of that, please. So into Ward 7, good news. First of all, there has been actually today going on right now. There's actually a free vaccination clinic going on at 8555 Huff Avenue. So if you can make your way by there now, go ahead. But at 8555 Huff Avenue, we've been doing those free vaccination clinics for about 3 or 4 weeks now with Neon, one of our community partners. So that's very exciting. But also at 8555 Huff Avenue, we have our food pantry distributions, or our food distributions. And the major food distributions go on every last Thursday of every month throughout the entire year. So the dates that we have left for that mass food distribution are going to be June 24th, July 29th, August 26th, September 30th, October 28th, November 18th, and December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas. So make sure you or anybody who else you know who needs extra food around the house, which is going to be probably most of us, make sure you stop by 8555 Huff Avenue to go and get some free food. The next also has to do with food is going to be our Power Up Food Distribution and Resource Fairs that we have. We have actually 2 more left on July 30th and July 28th and June 30th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. and they're all going to be at Lexington Village. So make sure you all stop through there, especially if you're a resident of the area. And then finally, for our kids, before I get into everything else, I would say to stop through our movie nights, which are also sponsored by Famicos Foundation. The next one is actually going to be on July 2nd. That one is going to be at Fannie Lewis Park. After that is going to be Monday, July 12th. We're going to see The Lion King at Wilson School. Then on Friday, August 6th, we're going to see Soul at East Professional Center. And on Monday, August 16th, that'll be the next one. We'll be able to see Aladdin at Fannie Lewis Park. And then the final one for the year, wrapping up the summer, is going to be on Friday, September 3rd, and we're going to watch Mulan at Fannie Lewis Park as well. So make sure you all stay tuned, and that's the good news for Ward 7.
All right.
All right.
So before we move on to Glenville and Ward 9, I just want to make sure everybody know our website is famicos.org. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So just look for Famicos and you'll be able to keep updated on all the upcoming events happening in the 3 neighborhoods. So I'm going to jump right into real quickly the Glenville neighborhood, what's going on there, before I pass it back to Shanita. So one of the most exciting things coming up is the Glenville Festival Series.
Yes.
So the Glenville Festival is not coming back the normal way that we know it. The one-day event. It's going to be a 3-part series this year. So the first event is going to be actually next Saturday, June 26th. We're kicking it off with the Youth Field Day, and that will be with Recess Cleve with all the different bounce houses and apparatus. Youth can go right on the Famicos website. We prefer them to get pre-registered because there is a waiver involved, and that waiver is mandatory in order for the youth to participate on any of the apparatus. So please make sure to go on the website to have the youth register. We'll be sending out robocalls soon so people know it's coming up. So next Saturday, June 26th, is the Youth Field Day at Sam Miller Park starting at 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. The next event after that will be a month later, July 31st. It's called the Glenville Live. So that's going to feature a host of different artists. So live music in the park, bring your lawn chair, again, starting at 2 p.m. at Sam Miller Park. So we'll have vendors there. It won't be as big as it normally is, but it'll be a scaled down version of what you would normally see at the Glenville Festival, but you'll still be able to enjoy yourself just as well. And our last event will be the Senior Village, which will be August 28th. The seniors will have their opportunity and their day to come out and just fellowship with one another over a meal, and we'll have vendors in place for them as well and live music for them. So that is the new Glenville Series Festival. We didn't want to break it up into 3 parts, but just because of COVID, we wanted to give something back to the community this year. So everyone will have an opportunity who normally participates at the Glenville Festival to have an opportunity to enjoy themselves like they normally would. So Shanita, our next good news event.
Yes, that is exciting. We are looking forward to that new way we're going to do the Glenville Festival this year in a series. So we have to find different ways to do things due to the pandemic and COVID. We have, transformed into a new way and style to entertain. So on to the next thing. Just in case I forgot, for that outdoor pop-up vaccine clinic, I don't know if I mentioned the address. It's Newton Avenue Park, 1855 East 97th Street in Cleveland. And also, if you need transportation, we can provide that. There is limited space that will be with that transportation. So again, I just want to repeat that as well. So on to the next good news thing, and that is our hike shops, Rockefeller Park hike shops. And this is an event sponsored by University Circle as well as Famicos Foundation. And this started already. The first one was June 5th, but it's going to continue. It's the first Saturdays in the summer. So we have June 5th, July 3rd, and August 7th. So the July 3rd event is Meet at Famicos parking lot at 1325 Ansel Road. And you can register by phone at 216-791-6476, extension 228, or online at www.famicos.org. That's Famicos. And this will be exciting. It's a hike. Each hike will be between 1 and 2 miles, and includes some off-trail sections with uneven ground. So make sure you wear proper clothing and shoes, and please bring water. It's very important to keep ourselves hydrated. And that is it. So we look forward to you being part of that and getting yourself having some activity with others and seeing what else we have in Cleveland in this area to discover the beauty of the Cleveland trails. And on to our next good news event with Tim.
Absolutely. So I actually didn't mention it at first, but I'm going to mention it now. Our farmers market Fridays, or pretty much our farmers market weekends, pretty much every Friday from 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock p.m. on 1322 East 105th Street. There is a weekly farmers market. Then on Saturdays, I believe it goes from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock.
It's 1 to 4.
1 to 4? There we go. That's why we have, listen, that's why you have multiple people on the show, so that they can correct you and give you the accurate information. So there we go. 1 to 4 on Saturdays and 3 to 7 p.m. on Fridays. Make sure you stop by. And if you also do, if you plant or if you do vegetation or anything like that, make sure you give us a call, and we can start to try to put you on the list for people who can be able to vend at the farmers markets as well. So please, please, please make sure you take advantage of that.
So just to go back to, I hate to keep going back to something, but
it's all good. It's all good.
But that's what we're here for, to make sure you have all the information. So as far as the vaccination clinic tomorrow, the parking is very, very limited. So we have worked with the Citizens Academy at the end of the street, so you can park there, and there will be a shuttle there to bring you to the site. So if you don't see a parking space, it's okay. You can park there. So we've made those arrangements, and thank you to one of our school partners. We love our school partners. They are very helpful to any community events we have going on in our community. Back to the farmers market. So you can also go on our website, famicos.org, if you are a vendor. And we're looking for agriculture, produce vendors who grow locally. I want to stress that, grow locally. We don't buy stuff off the grocery store and bring to farmers market. We want to support businesses and grow businesses in our community. So if you grow locally and you are a vendor, please go on our website to fill out the form to become a vendor. And it'll come right to my email, and I'll make sure it gets to our market manager, who is Veronica Walton, and she will reach out to you and give you the different options to be a vendor at Gateway 105. So I just want to mention Gateway 105 Farmers Market is a new location. We have a building. If you've been following us for many years, you know we've been popping up tents on the corner of 105 and Ashbury for the past 10 years. So we have been closed for 2 years, and we are so excited to be back and serving the community again. So we are looking to increase our customers, increase our vendors, and just make a good showing at 1322 East 105. And that's on the corner of Churchill Court. It's right near Superior Avenue, so you can't really miss it. It's a little barn-looking building, so it's a little cute, little quaint building. So come visit us. We have food demonstrations every Friday around 4 p.m. with Chef Sherelle Boyd, who comes in and shows you how to prepare a vegan meal. If you are looking to transition out of the meat product, this is a good place to come learn some great recipes. I've learned so much over the years from her. So please come out and participate in that class. It's free for everyone to come out and participate. So that is one of our Did You Know segments, right? Mm-hmm. Is the farmers market. So so I do want to mention like some of the vendors we have and some of the things that we have this year. So far, a lot of the vendors have been selling plants. So if you're a grower, just want to get into backyard growing, that's also a good place to get some expertise. So get some information from some of those vendors who's been growing, but they also sell plants that you can plant yourself. And they already have produce, and some of them have been growing over the winter in hoop houses, so they already have the good produce. And let me tell you the importance of having local produce and why it's beneficial to you. You know where your food is coming from, and that's the most important part. It's the farm to table concept, and it's locally grown. When your food is transported in, delicious. You don't know what the contamination rate and factors into your food that comes to your table. So this is one of the reasons why Famicos has a farmers market in the neighborhood, to make sure you have access to good healthy produce. We know it's a high level of contamination happening at the grocery store level, so this is another option for you to get on a healthier path and also learn how to grow your own food. So that is our farmers market. I mean, I can't tell you guys how excited I am to have it back.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
What can you say is your favorite thing so far since the event has started? What would you say is your favorite thing there thus far?
My favorite thing, I think the new vendors. There's a lot of new faces that we didn't have the first 8 years we did the market. So that's exciting to see all the different variety of things that they're able to grow with limited seasonal access, right? Because we're in the winter months, and what they've been able to accomplish over the winter months, that is just amazing to me. And being able to bring that product to sell. So that has been one of the main highlights for me, is just to see that.
That's excellent. Awesome. I appreciate there at the farmers market is seeing how they take pride in what the vendors take pride in what they do. Erica has taught me a lot about planting and things that grow and when to plant it. So she is good at what she does too, and knowing what season to grow what and what's not best to grow in this year in this type of dirt. So she has great expertise too. And I also enjoy, like, they have this vendor that sells salsa there, and he makes it it's homemade, and it's a black owned company, so definitely I support that. And I bought my first basil. I bought my first basil plant there, which was only $2. So they are very reasonable there. And so they do have all forms of, they take payments, those particular vendors there. So we do appreciate them being there and supporting the farmers market as well, the coming there.
Absolutely. And when I went, I would say the thing that I was most appreciative of was just the fact that you could ask all the vendors as many questions as you wanted. And because they truly do grow and have passion for whatever they bring to the table as far as their produce goes, they can truly honestly answer every single question that you have, from where does this come from to what's necessary to grow it to what does it taste like, everything. And then also too, I appreciated the fact that it wasn't just vendors who were there who sold produce. I believe I bought like 2 or 3 bracelets from some girls who went to my father's school. Some girls that went to my father's school, and they make bracelets, and I bought a couple bracelets from them. So there's just the variety and the diversity of all the vendors there. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, let me tell you about those wrap bracelets they make. I bought like 10 of them.
Yes, I did.
They wrap around, and they kind of beat it like this, but
they're
my
very
God,
sturdy. You can tell she put a lot of detail in her work.
They sit there and make them while they're sitting there.
Right.
So like it's kind of awesome to see that. We welcome homemakers. So like the last Fridays of the month, we'll have like flea market days where other vendors can come in. If you're not a vendor who wants to vend every week, and maybe you want an opportunity to come in once a month, that is an option to you. If you're a homemaker, especially. So those are baked goods. We have a baked good vendor there that is dynamic too. Everybody flocks to that table.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's amazing to see. Like, I just kind of sit around and watch where like people go.
Right.
But it also shows like how much conversation actually takes place. People
Right.
spend a lot of time just
Yeah, they just
conversating.
Yes. How can these vendors find out how to, if they wanted to come and vend there, how do they get a table?
So they would go to famicos.org. There's a vendors form that's already on the website. And then, like I said, that form, once they complete it, will come to my inbox, my email, and then I send it out to the farmers market manager. I let her know. I send that form over to her. And the market manager decides who vends. So we want to make sure we don't have like 10 of the same people. So that's carefully looked at so that we're not out marketing other individuals, making sure that the market is fair. So that's why I said there may be more than one option to vend. May not be on a weekly basis. You may get a monthly vending spot. So yeah, it's options. So just go on that website, and we are looking for new vendors. So
Perfect. That's good.
So
That's good.
on to our next good news. Who misses performances, live performances? I know I do. So one of those things that we have also that's going on is the World on Stage at the Cleveland Cultural Gardens. I'm not going to list them all today, but I am going to list two important events that are coming up. One of them is Saturday, June 19th, and that's at 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's Juneteenth. It says, join the African American Cultural Garden in celebrating the emancipation of enslaved people in the United States. The day will feature a reenactment of the 1865 Juneteenth event, a student essay contest sponsored by the Cleveland Cavaliers, spoken word performances, drill teams, drumming, and the Grand March, and much more. That, again, if you need more information about that, that's www.clevelandculturalgardens.org. The phone number is 220-3075, and they will give you further information. And this series starts from June 19th through August 1st, I believe.
is it a website on there?
Yes. clevelandculturalgardens.org for more questions.
Yes, and they just dropped these flyers off to our office today.
So
you can
so that's
come
what
to
I'm
our-
reading. Yes.
So you can come to our office, 1325 Ansel Road. They're in the lobby if you want to get the card so you can look at the series of events.
And then the next one is Sunday, June 27th at 5 p.m. Pre-concert shows begin at 4 p.m. This is a celebration of France Liszt enjoying the Hungarian Cultural Gardens annual concert of music by its most famous composer. Musicians from the Aurora School of Music will perform. The dedication of a new statue takes place at 4 p.m., followed by a dialogue of the Hungarian Garden and the Hungarian community in Cleveland.
Awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
So ready, Tim?
Yeah, I am. Drum rolls. So, one of Famicos' probably largest events or most important events is coming up. Our annual meeting is going to take place on June 24th. June 24th at 4:30, we're going to be outside at the Glen Village Plaza, right? So that official address is going to be 1400 East 105th Street, Cleveland, Ohio, of course, 44106. Had to give y'all the whole rundown because y'all can't miss this one. If y'all miss everything else, if y'all can't go to everything else, if you can't make it to everything else, you have to make it to our annual meeting, man. It's going to be...
We didn't have it last year.
Right, we didn't have it last year, so you have to be here this year. There's going to be plenty of food, good times, fun, ice cream. You know it's going to be hot. Just bring the kiddos out. And we're just going to run down the gamut of everything that we have planned for you all and everything that we've done up to this point through COVID, before COVID, since we missed our annual meeting last year, of course. Just make sure you come through, enjoy the time, get to know the people who are out here trying to serve your community. So
Yep.
once again, the annual meeting is going to be Thursday, June 24th at 4:30 at the Glen Village Plaza. All right? Hope to see you all there.
Yes, we will be there, Tim.
We will
Please.
certainly
Yes.
Please
be there.
I'm gonna be there for the ice cream personally. I'm gonna be there for the ice cream personally. It's all good and free food.
Right.
So you feel me? I missed the Visa gift cards. I'm not going to be able to get a Visa gift card
right,
for the free gas.
Right.
So I might as well capitalize on Famicos giving me free food. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Right.
So I'll take it. I'll take it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Also, really quickly too, special shout out to which camera? This one right here. All right, special shout out to our neighborhood / community partner, NeighborWorks. Special shout out to NeighborWorks. A lot of stuff that we've been doing recently, especially through COVID, a lot of it wouldn't be possible without their help. So thank you, NeighborWorks, for everything.
Thank
Yes,
you, NeighborWorks
thank you,
America.
NeighborWorks.
We're a NeighborWorks organization. Woohoo!
Absolutely.
So while we did our shout outs, let's shout out YOU.
Yes.
So Youth Opportunities Unlimited. Everybody's going to have a summer job starting June 21st. So hopefully your kid got registered.
Right.
So summer jobs start June 21st. So it's going to be some kids walking around with some money in their pockets.
Yeah.
Most
Happy.
Much needed.
So
Much
Famicos
needed.
is hosting about 50 kids this year, 50 youth that will be spread throughout the neighborhood. So we have partnered with multiple businesses to place youth in those different businesses, and plus we will have probably about 15 ourselves. So I'm excited for next Monday to see all the young people getting out in the community and working again. So they actually did work through COVID last year, so shout out to them, and shout out to MyCom, which Famicos is a MyCom partner.
Most
so
definitely.
who support youth programming throughout the city of Cleveland, and of course we are MyCom for Glenville, Huff, and St. Clair Superior. So shout out to MyCom.
Yeah, shout out to
MyCom.
And that is a perfect opportunity to lead us into more youth things that are going on. Football is coming up for this year, so attention parents, youth of ages 9 to 12. The Youth Football League has begun. Interested parents, Coach March Poole of the Renegades football team. For further information, contact that individual at 216-577-2046. Anything else we have going on? Let's see. We have, the HEAP program is still here. HEAP and utility bills. Okay, we got HEAP utility bills, gas, lights, PRC, fuel funds, and PIP. To make an appointment online, you can contact CHNITfrontdesk.com. All one word. That's itfrontdesk.com. You can upload your documents to heapdocs.chnhousingpartners.org. To make an appointment, call 216-350-8008.
Yeah, so make sure you go to Cleveland Housing Network or Cleveland Housing Network Partners. So, not Famicos. We don't do it at Famicos anymore.
No.
People still come to Famicos for HEAP. So, CHN is now the place that you need to go if you need to get those utility services. So, are we ready to conclude? So, our next podcast date, we're coming up again in a month, right?
Hey now, yep.
Third Wednesday.
Every third Wednesday.
Every third Wednesday.
Be back here. Come
back
here.
and tell your friends about us.
The 7th.
Because just like we had 85 events to tell y'all about today, we're going to have another 85
Absolutely.
next month.
Yes.
So make sure you come in so you don't miss it. Listen, we're going to hit you on all of our social media. You're going to see it on our website. You're going to see it on the podcast too. So
screaming.
Come on now.
Send it to your friends. Let them know.
Send it to everybody.
Stay informed of what's going on in your neighborhood. That's important. So
And we will have a special guest every month. We thank Tim for joining us. He was a great help for our first event.
In his dual role.
Listen, a little bit of everything.
So thank you, Tim.
No doubt about it. Thank you, ladies, for having me.
KAZ Radio for having us here today.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you guys.
Should we have out? See you later.
See you.
Have a good one, everybody. Tune in next month.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.